welcome to XCOM Enemy Unknown. I was tempted to do a whole overview video over what XCOM is. I think it'll make more sense just to run through it as we go. I already have everyone set up, so I basically just gave everyone a name and ran through the first missions with everybody, just the first, so it's the first 3 missions of the game. So everyone gets a class. So that way I don't have any squaddies, I don't have to worry about random skills and everything, but I have my loadout here. So we are going to just jump into it and see what happens. Okay, one more thing before we get started. This game has very little customization when it comes to soldiers. They basically just, you can change their hair and a little bit of the face. I didn't bother with it much. I changed the hairstyle just so I could recognize them in combat without looking at the name. But I just want to point out, I'm pretty sure that this is Chris and Terry over here. But okay, enough of that. Let's get started. Alright, so we're scanning for activity, looking for aliens, figuring out what's going on. Our first research has finished, so basically this is getting us on our way to building armor for our soldiers. Researching the aliens' materials to figure that out. I'm not going to read through it all, but you can pause the video and read it yourself if you want. So this unlocked the nanofiber vest, which I don't really use. It adds some health points to your people, which is great and all, but okay, so let's see. The next thing we should research, I feel like we need to get this going first, xenobiology, that way we can...
that would be a priority research task, Commander. I'll begin allocating resources to the project immediately.
I don't want to talk over them, but I'm going to. They keep talking all the time. Okay, so what I did there was xenobiology is to be able to capture aliens alive. That way we can use get some more research from them.
We're tracking several reported abductions via the
Central, thank you.
I've got the coordinates locked in.
So basically, this is how abduction sites work. Basically, we found aliens. We need to go stop them, but we can only choose one to deal with. So there's different difficulty. The panic of the country that you're going into. So whenever you do this mission, it'll help the panic of this country, but hurt the other two. And this would be the reward for it. We don't actually need a support, especially not for that difficult of a mission. Scientists help our research go faster. Engineers are more important later for getting some better tier stuff for cheaper. I'm going to go with engineers for now. I feel like it's the better bet. Okay, let's clear everybody. Make items available. Okay, so we need to get... so I am a sniper here. I'm going to get myself up front. And let's put a scope. So, there's 4 classes in the game. Sniper, support, assault, and heavy. Well, there's also a mech troop now, so there's 5 classes in the game. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I'll kind of go over that more as time goes on. But just know I'm basically setting my loadout so that I have a little bit of a wide range. Obviously, I want myself as a sniper in the back. For support there, I'm going to need 2 more supports. Let's get Jolise and Chris in on the mission. And then finally, we're going to want... Okay, do we want to level up another support? Right now, the only person that's gotten shot so far is Josh. He's wounded for 3 more days. And that's fine. He'll get his chance. So, just looking at my roster here, I'm going to get Terry in there. I want to get an assault leveled up as well. So the support's main function is a healer. They can move pretty far, and once they get upgraded enough, they can have 3 uses of the med kit. So we want to keep them with med kits. And for Terry, that grenade might be a good idea. It's bad to use grenades because it hurts the alien corpse. You can't recover it. You can't recover their items, so it hurts our research in the long run. I'm gonna give him a scope. With the shotgun, it's kind of silly to put a scope on it, but hey, that's fine. So Terry's an assault class. He's more of an up-close and personal, obviously, with the shotgun. And the last class is heavies with the heavy machine gun, which has its benefits with having a rocket launcher as well. So what I'm ranking them up for is this right here. Everyone gets certain abilities as they level up. Now, the cool thing, though, is even if you've played XCOM before, I randomized that. There's a setting when you first start the game, if you've already beaten it, that allows you to make it so that non-class specific things are randomized, so it can pull from a pool. as soon as the soldier's generated, that pool is already set, so these are already set in stone what they're going to end up being. And you only get to choose one per thing, so I get to choose between this one or that one when the time comes. But I don't know what those are going to be. I've got no idea how my soldier's going to actually work, so I can't work off of base knowledge directly. So just to add a randomized to me, so it's not just a straight replay of the same game, add some randomness. So let's also see what's going on here. And then Central's going to say their speech that they say every single time. Just a moment. So in these missions, the abduction missions, the goal is just to kill all of the aliens.
Dropship has arrived.
No worrying about civilians. There's no civilians in there. Just neutralize all targets, and then if you can, locate the
seems to be the most pressing. Local.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip him because he's just gonna say the same thing. There's aliens in the area. Shoot them. Got it. So there's two types of currencies in the game: cash, which comes monthly from our council, and then finally there is meld.
Copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage.
Let's see. Meld comes in these canisters that you find on the map. So they're shown up here. We don't know where they are on the map, but if we see one, it'll show us how many turns we have left before it deactivates. When it deactivates, we can't get it, but if we can find it before then okay, so I'm kind of cheating with looking over here. It's not really cheating. The game allows it, but that's a meld canister. So if we can get to it in time, which right now we don't know how long that is, we get some extra meld, and meld is used for genetically altering our soldiers. It'll be really useful later, but we want to do right now is set up our troops. So let's get our supports. If you see the shield right here, so that determines if it's full cover, half cover, or no shield, no cover. And obviously the more full cover, the less chance of them getting hit or taking serious damage is going to be. Another thing to do, so these little markers that you see are the turn amounts. So everyone has 2 turns to start with. If you shoot, that's your whole turn, but if you don't, you have 2 turns. Let's get Terry up here. So anywhere in this blue is going to be the first turn. If he goes out into this yellow dashing area, that's going to be both turns at the same time. But we want to get him up there, so we don't know where the aliens are either, so that's another thing to keep in mind. So we got 2 sectoids here, so that's not too big of a deal, and we have 6 turns to get to that, which isn't a problem. Sectoids are the weakest enemies, but they can still do some damage, so we really don't want to risk it too much. Terry's not in the best position, but he should be fine. Let's see. With the sniper rifle, there's a perk that allows me to do it, but right now I don't have it, so if I move, I can't shoot with my sniper rifle. So I prefer to move up further so I don't have to deal with it again, but that does put me in harm's way. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it anyway. I think it'll be useful in the long run. So here's a few options. Hunker down increases the defense you have, so it also reduces the chance of being seen. And yeah, they're right there, immunity to critical hits. So it's pretty good, but you can't do anything while you're hunkered down. I could throw a smoke grenade here, which I'm actually going to do. It's kind of early on the mission to do this, but smoke grenade makes it harder for our units to get hit, because they're so out in the open right now from these two. You know what, I'm going to wait. It's not that big of a risk. Because she has a med kit, she can heal. And the last part is Overwatch, so this means that if an enemy moves out to her line of sight, on their turn, she'll still shoot, so I don't have to worry about wasting my turn.
Okay.
Next time to do it. Let's get you to full cover. Okay, let's see what they do. Now you'll notice whenever we can see the alien, a little red alien head will come up down here. If it turns yellow, that means we're flanking them, which means we got around them, and it'll do extra damage, typically. Okay, so more sectoids. But I'm glad I didn't use the smoke grenade, because they're not going for attacks. And that was the Overwatch, but it missed, unfortunately. Also, I don't get to choose what country the soldiers are from, so that's kind of random. Okay, so we got 4 sectoids to shoot at. This one has more health than the other ones because he's being mind melded. So the sectoid over here, outside of, just barely out of view, is using an ability to increase this one's damage, defense, and health. The good thing for us, though, is if we kill that one, it kills them both. So that may be an option. So we have a percentage chance of hit and critical chance, and the amount of damage it'll do. The only one I can't see is the one that I want to hit. So Terry does have run and gun, which means he can use both those moves to move up, and then still get that shot off. Which from that range would definitely kill that one, but leave him very exposed. So let's see what we can do about lowering our problem here. Let's see. Okay, move up. I think we're gonna get shot at. No, you weren't, and you flanked somebody. That one. Okay, and that's the one doing the mind meld. So let's take the shot. Yes, we got it. Okay, perfect. Because that's gonna go right across. Good job, Jolise. Killing them both. Alright, now Chris is free to move about the area. I don't know what I want to do with him yet, though. Terry. Let's take that shot. And... well, I'll get him next.
Just happened.
That was disappointing. Let's still move to here. And... take the shot. Perfect. Whenever it goes into that mode where you can see that cutscene, if it's not a grenade, that means it definitely hit, so that's definitely good. And for Terry, what's your percent chance? Yeah, 23. I didn't think that would be all that good. So here's the thing. If we leave it alone, it has the ability to come over here, still behind cover, and possibly flank Chris, getting more of a damaging shot on him. However, if we run and gun like I'm wanting to do, to get behind this guy and guarantee the kill, any other sectoid out here, by the way, that's the other meld canister, any other sectoid around here that may, be hiding in the mist, could take the shot on him next. I'm gonna do it, but, you know what, let's do this. Okay, let's go here.
Moving out. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, so I don't have sight on him. I didn't think I would from here, but I'm under full cover, so I got the defensive bonus. And with that running gun, I can overwatch. Which means now, if he moves out left or right, so we're going to flank Chris, Terry will get the overwatch shot at him. And I'm pretty positive he'll kill him. So let's see what he does. That was the alternative. I knew it wouldn't kill him. I had to, risk the chance. That's a better shot.
Planted him. Another day.
Alright, and because we killed all the aliens on that mission, that was a pretty easy mission, we instantly get the meld canisters. So, perfect. And not bad. I can't speed this up, I don't think. Okay, so no one got a promotion. We did get some kills there. And unfortunately, Terry did get wounded from that. Not too big of a deal. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so medals. Soldiers do earn medals as time goes on, and here's some of the extra bits we got. We got 4 engineers, panic increase in the countries we didn't help. That's how it is.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Alright, so let's go a little in order here. So, situation room. Here's what they're talking about when it comes to panic.
Satellite upgrade facilities at maximum
if this panic level gets to red here, and then the end of the month comes, or if it gets past that point, they'll drop out. If we have 8 of them drop out, we lose the game. That's not going to be too big of a problem. We can keep it contained with these satellites, which obviously in the beginning it's kind of hard to do. You can only have so many satellites at a time. You've got to build facilities for that, and as you can see, I've got $46. Not really enough to build a satellite facility. So I've got to wait till next month when we get paid. Because, got to be on a budget when you're trying to save the world. Thanks, Central. I needed to be interrupted in this moment. Well, hey, we've got the that hemisphere of the world, nice and dandy. But I take that back because it's kind of Africa that's suffering right now. So it's not really a hemisphere. It's kind of. Anyway, enough about my bad geography skills. So we want to get satellites over these countries here to help knock them down, but right now we don't have that ability. There's also the gray market, which is where we sell the items that we've earned over the missions, but they're also important for other things like getting new research and upgraded gear, so we don't have anything we want to do with that right now. We have barracks, so we have ships that these are the ones that can shoot down UFOs. If we have a satellite over the continent, and a UFO flies over it, then we can send the Sky Ranger out to go shoot it down, and that'll decrease panic as well. Then we have our barracks, which we're going to award some medals here. So I've already named this one Chest High Walls Medal. I'll show you. Actually, let's just go do it. So when you first get a medal, you have to sign into power. So there's two different things this one can do. It's 2+ aim per continent bonus XCOM has earned, or 2+ will per different nationality in the squad. Most of the time, the squads are going to be different nationality, just because it's random, and there's a lot of countries, obviously. This one requires you to have a satellite over every single. Well, here, let me show you. So when you see, like for instance, Africa, there are satellites that can go over Egypt, South Africa, and Nigeria. And you see this bar that comes down? If we have a satellite over all 3 of these, then that means we'll get the bonus, which is called All In, which gives us a 30% bonus to all of our income, which we desperately want, which is why they really don't want any of these to drop out. But once again, with that being said, it's hard to get the satellites over everything when, one country from each section could drop out, and then that's it. So I'm going to go with the other. Also, I find that will is more important in the late game, because aim can get high enough anyway. So let's do this one, and we'll just rename it I got it. It's a Small World Medal, or cross. It's a Small World cross. Keep it all lowercase, why not? Yeah, that'll work. And we're gonna award this medal to the wounded. The soldier who risked his life here today. Salute, soldier. You done well. Now, we did get 2 medals earlier, not in that mission, but so these ones give you 5+ defense and cover. That's why it's the Chest High Walls medal. We want to award this to Terry again, solely for the fact, well, no, let's give it to our supports. Let's get Chris and Jolise up. The sniper doesn't need it because he's really far in the back, and most of the time his cover's not going to matter if played right. But our supports are going to matter. Obviously, our assault's going to matter. And we still don't have any money to really buy anything with, so we won't worry about that right now. Our science is still going with xenobiology. I do have some satellites on the way. I didn't realize I bought them, but okay, so that's good. So I think we'll cut it here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.